Hi guys, so today we're going to be creating a logo from scratch. Here's one I've just made. This one is a circular one. Bear with me because I haven't done Photoshop in a while, but this shouldn't take too long. So we'll go to File, New. For this demonstration, you can use it anywhere, but I'm going to make one for YouTube, the little icon that you have in the top left corner that goes on your channel. So we'll do logo um, tutorial, and what YouTube takes is at the minute 800 by 800. That's what their recommendation is, pixels. Make sure you select pixels, not it usually comes on points or something like that. So select your pixels and OK it. Now we've got a blank background here. I like to work with black, but you can work with any colour. For this demonstration I work with black, and we'll fill the background. Now we need to create a new layer, so we come down to the bottom down here, and let's do that one. Last one was a circle, so let's do a rectangle, and we don't want any stroke, and let's give it a colour of a bluish colour. Let's go with this, see what this does. Okay, just Control Z that. I want it close to the edges. So we've got a bluish colour here on this layer. That's going to be the back of our logo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer. So right click, duplicate layer, copy of a layer. You can rename these how you want, but I never rename them because you just kind of remember, unless you end up with loads of layers down here. And now what we're going to do on this layer, where it's selected here, is Control T for Tango, which means freeform transform. And then you hold Shift and pull it down so it keeps the aspect ratio. Now we want it a little bit smaller than the size of the the background. And what I'm doing here now is I'm dragging it and repositioning it. I'm going to change the color to a more lighter color. So let's go back to our ellipse tool where we need to apply transformation, and we'll change the color here to maybe a bit of a darker or a darker color. Okay, we'll go with that for now. And now let's go to our outer rectangle, and we're going to add some effects. So you come down here, you have to have selected off of everything on here. I usually, if there's a problem, just go like that, and then click down here, and we will do a outer glow. So see, it's added it a bit there now. Now we need to increase the spread. Increase the size first. So it will give it it's kind of giving it a bit of a shape at the minute. So we'll leave that like that, bit of an outer glow. You can obviously change the colours to maybe a bluish glow. If I take that colour, and then it'll look like it's reflecting off. Yeah, we'll go with that. So we've got an outer glow. Okay, and then we want an outer glow on this one. I think it's this one, this layer, the inside layer. Let's go with outer glow. Now if we do the size again, you see it's kind of pushing it up the sides a bit, so it's gonna look like this is going up, then up and then down again. And we'll change the color to this color again. That's not done much of an effect, so I'm gonna go back to this one, so it looks like the light shining directly on it from the center. We'll go with that. We'll stick with the yellow, or let's see what it looks like with the white. Okay, so that's a similar. So we've got it's kind of up and then down and then a flat blank. So what next? Let's duplicate this layer again, the inner layer, copy number 2, and it's on top. We want to remove the outer glow. So you come on here, remove that. And so we've just got a blank, if I can move it around, just a blank square now. Control Z to move it back into position. And with this one, we are going to add, let's have a look at the effects, probably something like a gradient, gradient overlay. And let's select the gradient. We'll probably want something like that. Starts at a darker colour. Maybe not that dark. Maybe sort of a lighter colour. Something that matches. You just got to play about. You trying to get it to look as nice as possible. Just play about with the sliders and see how you get on. You can drag this. Oh, if I can press OK first, sorry. You can drag this, which will make the logo lower down to the bottom, and also higher up. So we'll have it in the center. This also moves the position of the glow. We'll maybe move. Let's Control Alt Z. Sorry. Cancel that. Sorry, I made a mistake there. I went too far. Let's just take this color again. Select that. Sorry, select that, and take this color again, and move it back across here. So now let's we'll locate that, and I'm going to change the opacity. Let's press OK. I might lower it slightly. Go with that. Okay. Now let's have a look at some of the other effects that we can add. We'll add them to this layer. Yeah, we'll add them to this layer. We'll go with a satin effect. Size. So it's making it kind of like a glass dome, maybe. Again, you have to play about with it. It's quite funky. But no, we'll leave it like that. Sort of get it to blur a bit, maybe like that. Yeah. Okay, I can go with that for now. And then let's create another layer. So I'm going to duplicate the background layer again. Rectangle copy 3. And what I'm going to do is go on here again, right click, click on outer glow and remove that again. And now in this one, this is where we're going to place the text. Oh, I don't know if we actually need that layer, because that's a duplicate of that one. No, I don't think we need that. Let's delete that layer. Let's just insert a new text layer. So click on text, and we'll just sort of drag it. Oh no, it's just clicked. We just clicked and it's gone in. So the color, we need this. We need this layer behind the text. Let me just type something so we know what we're doing. I'll delete this layer, sorry. Now we need this behind, we need this one behind this one. This one Need this one behind. Put that one on top of that one. Is that what we had at original? No, it's not. I've got a bit confused now. There we are. Right, so we're back to the original. We need the one with the satin glow. We need the text underneath it. But we need the opacity of this. For some reason, the gradient layer, let's go back on here. It's gone gradient to white. Ah, that's why. Let's come onto here. And we need it to see through, that's why. So let's change the color again on the left hand side one to this. So it's going from the blue to see through. Okay, that one. And we'll click on here. And we don't want it to go to a black, we want it to go to a white. The opacity is 100%. Okay, okay. Now, if we move the text above this, now we've still got them both there. And let's move this down a bit. Now I really want this behind the rectangle, so you have to bear with me because I haven't done it in a while. Let's just have a look at this without the satin and without the gradient, no gradient, no satin, and the text is behind it. It's behind that. It's on top of that. That's on top of that. We need, this is what it is. The background itself is not a gradient. It needs to be a gradient. So I'm going to just delete that layer, and I'm going to attempt to add in a glow that doesn't affect the. I'll duplicate this layer again, and it's behind it. I'm going to remove the outer glow. Now, going back to gradient. Now that's needs to be, put the gradient overlay and put it on top again. Now let's attempt this again. So we're clicking on here and right clicking on the gradient overlay part, and I want this to be see-through so we can see the text underneath. I'll cancel that, cancel it. Gradient overlay, remove. I'm going to put a satin on and see what happens there. No, it's still not working. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to make my own sort of glow type of thing. Fill, nothing, and then we'll add a satin to this one maybe. There we go. So we've got getting somewhere now. So we need no fill, and then to add a satin. That's a bit better. There it was. Got there in the end. So now that's in the actual background now, the text. So you can mess around with it, have it as large as you want, and the text is actually in the background. So we'll leave it like that, and so we've got the blank layer here now. This one I think we can delete now because that was the older one, and the text is behind it. Excellent. Now let's play with the text a bit. so we'll call this logo we'll call it killer logo demo. And now you can have lots of different fonts. Now what I suggest is coming to this website here. Now some you have to pay for, but a lot of them are free. 1001 fonts. If you download a free one, it's free to use. So what I'm going to do, I've downloaded some myself, but you go and check that out yourself. And you can install them. I do have a tutorial on my site how to install them. It's pretty simple. So you can select them and you can alter them. If they're free, that's fine. So let's just select a big bold kind of thing. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. And font size, so we're going to have to enlarge this. 200, that's a bit big, is it? Let's have a look. Let's do a drag. No, that fits in. You might not want that large. You might want to add your own icon at the bottom or the middle. But for this one, we'll just do text. So the black looks a bit intense. The white, see where the satin's over the top, it's affecting it now. So we'll need to, the black is a bit too much. So we have a dark blue, possibly. Almost getting to black. Let's try that. Okay. And let's add an effect to it. I'm not sure. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. Let's add a inner glow. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. So you're going to have to play around with these effects all yourself to get how you want it to be. That kind of looks like it's jumping out at you. But you can also you can cancel that and you can do the bevel and emboss, which actually makes it look a lot nicer. So we'll do size, change that, so it's jumping out at us. Soften it a bit, because they do have quite sharp edges. So we've got that. Now, the colour of this rectangle is bugging me a bit. Is it this one? Oh, it's the satin that's affecting it. So I'm going to add, this is one that's got the satin on. Going to have a look at the opacity of it. So we're making it a bit lighter there. That's a bit better, isn't it? So you just play around with it, adjusting it. Okay. Now it's not standing out too much at the minute, so I might alter the color of this text to what goes with a blue. Blue and red don't work because they're opposite ends of the electromagnetic spectrum. So blue and yellow, maybe. No, that's a bit too much. Blue and red, red-ish. Yeah. Blue and a purple, blue and a green, maybe. No, I quite liked. Let's go with a blue and a light-ish green, but more this way, so it's not so neon. Yes, I've got an idea, so we'll leave it like that for the text, and then OK, and then I'm going to attempt to fill the middle bits of the text. I'm not sure how I would do that. Color overlay? No, that's not it. Oh, drop shadow. I haven't attempted that gives it even more of a jumped out look, so we'll add that straight away. That looked a lot better. Now I want to fill this. We've got a drop shadow, so that's had an effect to the inside. That's quite cool. What else could we do? Because we're getting there. We've got a black background. You may want a white background. Got that one selected. Go with white, and we need to click on our fill again. So it's easy to alter. If you've got a white YouTube channel or whatever channel you've got, you can just change it, the background, as long as you've got your background layer selected in your fill. I'll just leave it as the black for now. So we will also, I'm going to see what other effects we can add. Select the layer again, inner glow, inner shadow, stroke. Stroke is just around it. Oh, that makes it jump out quite a bit of it, even more. That's quite cool, isn't it? Don't know what it would look like with different colours. We might go with a black with that one, or a white. No, a black. That's a bit nicer. Okay, and we'll keep the opacity. We'll keep it on 100%. Size. Oh no, it's a bit much. Keep it back down to 2. Was it on? No, that's okay. Now, where it's a square one, that fits quite well. But if it was, say, circular, you can come up to the top up here, the little text thing, and you can add certain things. Like if it's a circle, for example, you can add a bulge, and that creates the circle effect that I did earlier on this one here. And then you'd obviously have to resize the font again to sort of that kind of size, and you could put it inside a circle. I mean, it doesn't look too bad there, but that's how you would do that. We will revert those changes, Control Alt to Z, to do multiple undos. I don't know what else or what other effects to go through. It's just about trial and error yourself. So let's select this. I've just created a new layer there by accident. Delete layer. Yes. Now let's go down to effects again. Outer glow, pattern overlay. No. Cancel. I've got the wrong one selected. Effects, pattern overlay. So again, you could add some patterns there. Something that you've downloaded, an image or whatever, to the outside to give it a bit more oomph. Now it's removed. If we put the opacity down, I quite like it with just a bubble effect, but if you wanted to, there you go. There's a few different ones on here. Changing the opacity, obviously, that's making it look a bit rocky. The bubble one, but we'll cancel that because I just like it like that. And there's probably some more things you can mess about with. Yeah, opacity. That's how bright the green is. I quite like to go bright. But it's all just about trial and error, messing about with it. Again, using the texts from that website, the fonts, sorry, as long as they're free. And that will do it for about this tutorial. That gives you a logo. You know how to save them. You go save as, and you click off of Photoshop and down to JPEG, and then you'll just be able to save it. And there we go. That is a logo done. I hope that helped you out a little bit with Photoshop and logos. Like, comment, subscribe if it did, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.